So we continue with the same topic, but today we are going to work in the example 3 and 4. Page 256. On the example 3, we have the environmental science application. I have one application for the slope of the graph. The exercise says that the graph shows how much water is in a reservoir at different times. To find the slope, in this case, they're asking you to find the slope of the line. We are going to use the formula. Remember, m, the slope, is equal the values of y divided by the values of x. I'm going to write the equation in here. So then we need to tell what the slope represents. Then we solve, after we solve this, I need to tell what the slope is going to represent in this equation. For the x on the graph, you have the time, and for the y is the water in cubic feet. So the step 1 is to use the slope formula. What is the slope formula? M equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the formula I'm going to use. I'm going to draw the line in here so you can see it better. And now for the other one, I'm going to replace the values. What values I'm going to replace? You have 2 points in here. Maybe if I draw with you the line in here, this is for, okay. I'm going to do the graph maybe in this way, you can see it better. The other one starts in here, this point, and it's going down in here. I'm not going to draw all the points, okay? Only the important things you need. In here, for example, I can have 1 point. This is for this one, and the other point is going to be placed in here. So imagine this is your graph. Maybe if I complete with the arrow, if I complete with this, maybe. Okay, I'm not going to write that because I don't want to waste the time again.
Mister, but what did you have to do with the formula?
Yes, no. I'm going to write the points so you can see what points are we going to replace on the formula. Okay, that's the reason why I'm writing in here in the equation the points. 20 and 300, and the other one is 60 and no, it's 3,000, right? It's 3,000. So I'm going to eliminate this. It's 20 and 3,000. The other one is 60 and 2,000. I'm going to complete with the parentheses. These are the points we have on the graph, okay? And X is representing the time. And for Y, I have the water in cubic feet, right? I'm going to write only the 3 in here because on the computer I cannot write the power of 3. Okay, so this is what we have on the graph. I need 2 points to find the slope. 2 points for Y and 2 points for X. We already have the 2 points. The exercise gives you the 2 points. But how are going to replace this? Look that the graph starts in here. So my first point is this one, right? And the other point is this one. Why? Because this is going down. In here, yes, I think I'm going to represent the arrow because this is going down and you need to see it. It's going in this direction. So this is the first point and this is the second point. I'm going to replace in the equation now. So M, the formula for the slope, is going to be the values of Y over the values of X. The first value I'm going to take is this one because I take the second I take the second point first. I start in here, finish in here. So this is my second point. I'm going to take this first. So I subtract 2000 minus the first point is going to be 3000. So I'm going back. I start with the last one and I'm going to subtract with the first one. Okay, this is the formula, guys. You cannot change it. Tell me.
Did you can explain me? Explain another otra vez, por favor.
Okay, we need to find the slope of this graph. The slope is going to, we are going to find the slope using this equation, using this formula. You need 2 values for y and 2 values for x because we need to subtract this, okay? We already have the 2 points. The graph already gives you the 2 values you have on the graph. And you have the coordinates. You have 20 and 3000 for the first one. And for the other one is 60 and 2000. I have the 2 points I need, so I'm going to replace it on the equation. This is the point number 1. You start in here the graph, so this is the point. I'm going to write in here, maybe. This is the point number 1. And this other one is going to be the point number 2. Because of the direction is following the graph. You start in here, so the first point you find is this one, and you find the other one, this. So look at the coordinates. For example, if this is the point 2, is related with the number 2 you have on the variable. This is the way I replace on the equation. So y2 is the point, is the value for x that is in the point 2. This is 2000, right? And y1 is the value for y that is in the point 1. So I subtract the 3000. Now for x, I'm going to do the same. x2 is going to be the value of x that is on the point 2. And x1 is going to be the value of x that is going to be on the point 1. So I have to subtract 60 minus 20, right? This is for the value of...
Mister, pero ¿de dónde sacó el 2000 y el 3000?
You already have it on the graph, the page 256, on the example 3. You already have the 2 points. These are the 2 points, point number 1 and the point number 2. It's page 256. I'm only finding the slope, but they already give you the value for the points. Okay. Now I need to find the slope. I'm only going to subtract. I subtract 2000 minus 1000, 3000, so you obtain negative 1000. And you are going to divide this by 40 because you subtract 60 minus 20. So this is over 40. And what else can I do in here? I can simplify. I can simplify this fraction, and when you divide negative 1000 by 40, you obtain negative 25. So m is going to be negative 25. I only, okay, write the fraction and I simplify at the end. I simplify. Now, in the step 2, we need to tell what the slope represents. In this situation, y represents...
Entonces, el 20 y el 3000 es como que fuera y2 menos y1.
20 is the first value for
y2.
x. It's the first value for x. I'm going to write in here.
Okay.
This is a ordered pair. You have like this. In the pair, you have the value for x and one value for y. For example, in the point 1, you have this. In the point number 1, you have x1 and y1. This is for the point 1. And in the point 2, you have the coordinates with the number 2, x2, and y2. This is for the point 2. So you replace on the formula, okay? You replace on the formula depending on the y2, y1, x2, x1. You can see it in here, okay? So if you get confused when you are going to replace, you can write the point 1 and point 2. You need to follow the direction of the graph, okay? It's pointing in here, so start in here and it's going down. It continues. It doesn't finish in here, okay? So you can take more points in here. Now, what represents the slope in this case? If y represents the volume of water and x represents the times, the slope represents the change in volume over the change in time in units of 1,000 of cubic feet divided by hours. So a slope of -25 means the amount of water in the reservoir is decreasing at a rate of 25,000 cubic feet each hour. We use the units. The time is in hours and the water is in 1,000 of cubic feet. So the slope, when it's negative, means that it's decreasing, right? So the water represented in 1,000 of cubic feet is decreasing at a rate of 25,000 of cubic feet each hour. The time is represented in hours. Decreasing because it's negative, okay? It decreases, it's going down. You can see it on the graph. So in this example, we only find this. The example 4 is to find the slope from an equation. We need to find the slope of the line described by 6x minus 5y equal 30. We find the y-intercept and we find in the other one, okay? Okay, we find the two intercepts, the x-intercept and the y-intercept. I think that this example we can finish tomorrow, so I explain you better. And even it's related with the topic that we are going to study tomorrow. It's the same about the slope, the section 4.3. So we can finish tomorrow this if you want. So I think that you are going to understand better about the slope. But now, at least I think that you know how to use the equation to find it.